Good day, everyone. Welcome back again to Garage Days. Thanks for
Welcome,
tuning in.
guys.
Yep, here we go again, brother.
Yes.
You know what? Let's have a fun episode today. Let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about what's on everyone's mind right now. I'm sure everybody's talking about Ethereum. Let's
Ethereum.
make it an Ethereum episode. What do you think, man?
Gotcha. That's a pretty significant episode, I think, because it is one actually the most significant layer for NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And NFTs are booming.
They are. They always have been. Even Bitcoin, nga, they're checking out Ethereum already. What's with
Yeah.
this whole
Yes.
NFT thing?
Nice.
But yeah, that's
Nice.
an
Let's
interesting.
go Bitcoin.
Yeah, go Bitcoin.
Alright. Alright.
But that's how influential ETH as a layer is.
Yes.
Projects, dApps are being made, all of
Yeah.
that under the
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum. All right, so again, let's introduce ourselves first for the ones who just listening now.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Nico.
I am David. Or yes.
Okay, so Mr. Anon. Oh, David. Alright,
Yeah, I'm
anyway.
David.
That's
Yes. How are
David.
you?
I'm Nico. We're just gonna be sharing some new insights today. Some stuff we think
Right.
not usually being talked about by most, but
Mm-hmm.
everyone should actually be updated on.
Definitely. And definitely it's like updating yourself on one of the most crucial things
Mm.
that needs to be discussed, which is security and why we need this
The layer,
the
the
layer.
Ethereum layer.
Ethereum
Correct,
layer.
correct.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, that's how we arm ourselves with education through cryptocurrency and all that stuff. It's shielding ourselves from big institutions and, bringing the power back to the people.
Yes.
That's why it's important na these are facts that you need to know.
Yes.
For example, like right now, David, the most, I know, I've been browsing through crypto Twitter right now and everything's all about how Ethereum is deflating. The net deflation
Yeah.
of Ethereum.
Deflating. Oh no.
Oh no.
Sounds so bad.
Oh no, parang salbabida. If you deflate it,
yeah.
it becomes like a pruny little chip.
Yeah. But
But
actually,
there you go. Drop some knowledge,
it's
my
actually
man.
it's a good thing for a chain for a significant chain it's a big financial layer, future financial layer of the world. Diba?
Just like Ethereum, which is currently leading together with Bitcoin.
Yes.
But there's just more stuff to do with ETH. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
let's dive down to that in a bit. Let's talk about inflation deflation first, brother.
Right. Yeah.
Why don't you shed some light to our listeners on maybe if you can create an analogy with the real world,
Right,
like maybe the disadvantages of inflation before we touch deflation in Ethereum.
Right.
What do you think? Okay.
So right now we live in a very inflationary traditional financial structure where in order for us to kind of move or kind of transact financially, goods have to be inflated through time in a sense because um, you know one cause of the good uh, needs to have more value in the future uh, because parang there's a battle in demand. There's a battle in demand where, for example, you as a consumer, you need to buy this piece of property higher for you in order to win it. Parang ganun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what you meant by goods needs to be inflated.
Yes.
So for example, here's my goods, a cell phone.
Right.
I'll buy it cheap. I'll have to find a way to inflate the price.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So it would be beneficial for me to buy it
yeah,
in the first place.
because that kind of gap of price is a means for income for someone basically. But anyway, let's talk about like yung the monetary significance
Okay.
then of like inflation in the real world because
Gotcha.
like we things like inflation is like also kind of the government also borrowing money from its citizens, like borrowing in a sense, like it needs to repay it in the future, parang ganun.
Example.
well. Yeah, for
Can you give us an
example,
example?
like in order for us to like kind of build infrastructure, stuff like that, the government needs to print money.
Fuck.
And unfortunately, the printing of money devalues the money itself.
Okay.
Yeah, like your 1 peso is not 1 peso worth anymore in like 10 years. Like your 1 peso, before can buy like candies.
Cornetto. Is Cornetto still 20 pesos now? Wasn't that a trend? Na parang, "Oy, for 20 pesos, you can get a Cornetto."
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not even 20 pesos anymore.
probably not.
So that's a very good example.
I don't know what you can buy with 20 pesos now. I mean,
Yeah.
probably like
There's a
fish
20
balls.
peso coin,
Yeah.
bro. It's already, there's now a
Yeah,
coin.
fish balls and ganun, yeah.
Correct,
And
correct.
even a jeepney fare is parang it's so high now na
Correct,
in the
correct.
near future about 20 pesos. Anyway, so that's inflation.
Okay, what about the government borrowing money from the people? How?
Oh yeah, basically that. Um,
Wait, they're not borrowing money, but they're borrowing the value of the peso? Yun ba?
yeah, or borrowing the productivity parang of the people. Parang borrowing the future productivity of the people parang with the printing money parang ganun.
Okay,
And
you
parang it's
explain that
printing
to
money
us.
now.
Explain that to us.
Like it's printing money now so that like for example like what happened during the pandemic, right?
Mm.
Pandemic productivity was so low because
Definitely.
everybody was like
Lockdown,
nobody,
quarantine,
nobody wanted to work,
rules.
blah blah blah. So
I see.
for income generation or even like making goods and stuff like that, everything stopped, right? And how does the people kind of earn or like get to still buy stuff or had money then?
There was ayuda.
Yeah.
The government were handing
there
out
was
free
ayuda,
money.
and the ayuda came from the government printing money, borrowing from the future productivity. Now, in the future we're gonna be productive, so it's okay to make the peso kind of inflationary.
So they're gonna print more
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
but print less at a convenient time.
Yes, exactly.
But when will they ever say, "Hey, it's a convenient time"?
When when they think that the economy is doing well, everyone's productive now.
So they look at the GDP and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
all
Okay.
those economic factors and see like, okay, interest rates we can have low interest rates, higher interest rates, so that the people can
Higher interest rate when borrowing money from the bank.
from the bank, and from the government. The governments they set interest rates like for their bonds and stuff like that.
How does the bonds of the government affect the people?
That's
Completely longer
yeah,
explanation.
super
Okay,
long,
okay.
but basically they set an interest rate, and the interest rate affects almost everyone because
The prices of commodities, I
the
think.
price of
Mostly.
commodities
Yeah.
definitely
Services and all that shit.
definitely because if you need to pay more in interest rates, you have less money for goods and services that you can afford, right? Yeah.
Gets,
Like,
gets.
if you
Okay.
pay you have a car loan,
Mm.
then you need to pay because the interest rate before was like low, 10,000 pesos lang a month,
Mm.
and then suddenly the interest rate when you purchase a new car is high. Now you need to pay 15,000, not
A month.
10,000. So that 5,000 is kind of the cost that should have been for buying goods,
Yeah.
services, and other things. And now it's not. And then that is correlated to like the price of goods because now there's a lot less money to purchase one good.
Gets,
So it
gets.
becomes lower.
So us having, kunyari, the normal people, us having to pay 15,000 monthly instead of 10,
Yeah.
it's not that the 15,000 goes to the government. I mean, not 10K to the owner of the car store and 5K to the government, but it's more of the owners of the establishment needs more to acquire the same shit they've been getting back at 10K.
Yeah.
So it just adapts to everything and it all
Uh-huh.
boils down to the interest rate of the government.
Yeah.
So that's why inflation is effed up because
Yes.
usually
Uh-huh.
prices just go up,
Right.
right?
Well. It's
Basic commodities, maybe
Yeah.
it'll go down. Pero
Yeah.
price of Jeep, of
Right.
LRT, it never
Right.
went down.
Right.
It's always up.
Yeah.
Cinemas, same
Yeah.
thing.
In a way, it's needed. So for us, in order to run
As a
the
country.
economy, yes, as a country,
Okay,
financial.
yeah.
But the thing is, your 100 pesos or 20 pesos, like you said, your corneto, is not 20 pesos anymore
Got it, got it.
in the future and stuff. And the blockchain, ETH, kinda is experimenting in a better way and seeing like maybe this is a better way of handling inflation and deflation
You're
and
talking about cryptocurrency as a whole or Ethereum?
Ethereum.
Ethereum,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Which kinda, yeah, I guess, because anyone can make a coin, I suppose. So yeah, it would be Ethereum specifically.
Yes.
So it becomes, so owning some Ethereum kind of shields you already from all that inflation deflation. But some would say, yeah, it does because it's more decentralized.
Right.
Then again, it's volatile as shit.
Yeah. Well, it is volatile, super definitely, because one, there's still a big gap between the true world economy and like the crypto market as a whole. And then
Correct.
when you have a finite supply of crypto and then you pour in so much money there, and then or also you take out so much money there, the its volatility talaga is so high, super high volatility, because like you're gonna take out so much money, you put in so much money, so it's really gonna be a wild ride. But
Hey, pero wait, there's a lot of opportunities in wild rides.
super
Those large swings, you don't get that traditionally.
definitely.
So I guess that's why we have some avid traders.
Right.
Because opportunity is there, the high risk,
Yeah.
high return.
Yeah.
So I guess it both has its ups and downs.
Yeah. Yeah.
May mga pros and cons, each
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. And in
Fiat,
the future,
crypto.
like when the gap kind of narrows between the world economy and the crypto market, the total crypto market as a whole, there will be a lot less volatility for sure.
Okay.
Um,
So I guess I just want to share in another advantage of Ethereum or maybe crypto, but yeah, mostly Ethereum is the economy becomes the whole world. It's not like our fiat, especially let's put it into trading. There's no opening bell, closing bell.
yes.
It's more of it keeps moving. That's also why it's volatile because
Yes.
your economy is the whole world.
Yes.
Well, it's decentralized. So what is the general populace mood? What is their psychology?
Yeah.
Isn't that way more predictable than if we gotta admit it. Fiat, there's like gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
You can say gatekeepers or like nag-uusap-usap sila eh. They
Yeah.
all talk, everyone
Yeah.
behind these curtains, something that is not accessible to us civilians.
Yes.
As to cryptocurrency or Ethereum in
Yeah.
this case, there's the blockchain.
Yeah.
I can see where it went, how much is burnt, how much is being produced.
Yeah.
So it gives us more of a guide na I would rather trust the code than a bunch of select people. So I guess that's where the advantage lies when it comes to your shield sa inflation and deflation.
Yes.
Because the government is never gonna tell us, hey, you know what? We're gonna inflate the shit out of this because we have a crisis at one part of the country.
Yes.
So we get to skip that, but in exchange, since it's decentralized, people actually have power and there's a lot of may mga makukulit dyan eh. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
a whale, I'm early here.
Yeah.
I can use my assets to
Yeah.
control the
On the
charts.
charts.
And that's the whale games, which
Yeah.
really exists.
Yeah.
So we lose, so we got to defend ourselves from inflation and deflation, but you expose yourself to whale games.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is why a deflationary ETH
Mm-hmm.
is an important topic.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
I
Like,
see it now. I see it now.
well, the one of the main purposes, actually the main purpose of a deflationary ETH is for its security and longevity as a financial layer of the future.
How is it protecting that part?
Right. So when Ethereum merged as a proof of stake blockchain rather than proof of work, the security of the blockchain of Ethereum became um, kind of in line with the value of the token, because like the security of the whole chain, it more relies on like, if ever somebody can attack it, like owning like 51% of all validators and stuff like that. If you own like 51% of the whole validation of Ethereum, you can definitely do some significant damage and, change the chain, do some like crazy fake transactions, or stuff like that.
Okay, you're saying that is the importance of ETH to be number one deflationary and at the same time expensive.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much
And
it.
yeah, in deflationary, ETH is deflationary because, you know, the way it works is like that's the gas, Ethereum gas, which is, the fee you pay, the little fee Ethereum pay to validators to validate your transaction is now uh,
Being
taken,
burnt
yeah, being burnt.
and like
Yeah,
sinusunog, so
yeah,
it's gone.
yeah. So
So the
that's
amount of
supply.
Ethereum circulating becomes less.
Yes.
And as things get less, things get
Uh-huh.
more expensive. So I guess that
Yes.
balances that out. Okay,
Yes.
for our listeners to better understand, I think we should start first with a discussion of what does it mean to be an ETH validator. Let's go back to that topic, to the deflation, pero I think we should educate the listeners first on the validators,
All
the
right.
32 ETH club. Why don't you share us a
Yes.
bit about that, brother?
All right. So to become a validator, you need about 32 ETH staked.
Okay.
Staked, meaning you put it
You
in the
lock it
Ethereum
in.
contract, yeah,
Yeah.
and so that makes you a validator, so you can validate like transactions.
Okay, before we
basically.
discuss what it means to be a validator,
Yes.
just a little bit of news. The US regulatory body actually wants to make Ethereum staking illegal.
Yes.
That's very anti
I know.
anti crypto, anti
I know.
ETH.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're super threatened about like ETH's rising power as a financial layer, because it's kind of against the US dollar.
Yes.
I wouldn't say like totally against it, but
It will affect
definitely
the US dollar.
as
And that's why
as-
regulation is,
Yeah,
rar.
yeah, as the global reserve currency, because
Correct.
it's a battle between that and Ethereum, which is, back to earlier, we were saying like the fiat world, you're definitely dependent on your nationality for your money, and what Ethereum is a break from that, and there are some limitations with regards to that, because like you are limited by the blockchain technology and by the people who develop it and stuff like that. But
The education gap
yeah,
of
yeah,
crypto to the
yeah.
people. Yeah, correct.
But you are not anymore limited by where you were born.
So this is not something a centralized government can get in the way of. because it's not
Yes.
being run just in the US or here in the Philippines,
Uh-huh.
but actually worldwide. So we can actually say
Yeah.
it is a digital nation of the world.
Yes.
You know, Ethereum.
Yes.
And I guess that's what it means to be a validator. And
Yeah.
it just costs 32 ETH.
Yes.
You were sharing a while ago. Why 32 ETH?
Why? I think it's an arbitrary number. Yeah. It's really not of. They didn't really choose it as like.
It's really more of the parang 32-bit.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like
I
that.
think so. But
Okay.
basically, but you need some sort of monetary value stake. It's like
Yeah.
you have that. Na parang okay, I am an Ethereum native. I have 32 Ethereum, and basically that.
Okay, so I know we keep jumping on topics, but that's the same thing. It can't be too cheap. I think the reason why it's 32 ETH is because if it's too cheap, a lot can take advantage of it. And like you said, if you own more than 50% of the validators, you can open it to cybersecurity attacks and really affect the entire layer, the whole
Yes.
ETH space, which is the
Yes.
majority of Web3.
Yes. Yeah,
I get it.
that's
So
true.
that's why 32, they won't go for 12 or 16, like 16-bit. They really went for 32. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But like you said, that's not something permanent. Not that they're gonna
Yes.
change it, but
Yes.
it's not on code, right?
Yeah.
It's from the Ethereum people
Yeah.
na
And I
saying,
think
hey,
there's some significance also like with regards to like permanency and having, limits and supply and stuff like that. Because I think the main argument for that is like, oh yeah, we have like a hard stop and stuff. But for
did they
me,
say
like,
there's a hard stop for validators?
no, I mean like, other crypto,
Oh,
like
got it.
Bitcoin and stuff like that.
Polygon.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's just for me like it's humans are evolving and you never know
They
what the needs
are.
of the future are.
Yes.
And if you put like a hard stop in supply and all that stuff, how about people of you know 20 or year 200 or
Or
stuff
we
like
have
that.
more than one Earth already.
Yeah,
Population is
yeah,
big.
it needs to evolve.
So that's why a balance of inflation and deflation is better than having a limit. For example, like
Yes,
Bitcoin.
I think, yeah.
Ooh. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's another
Okay.
argument.
That's another argument.
There's another argument there.
That's a whole episode if we touch that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so from what I understand, okay, the digital nation, let's call the country, it's the Ethereum country or the Ethereum planet.
Mm-hmm.
So, being a validator,
Mm-hmm.
to be a validator again, you have to stake 32 ETH.
Yeah.
That's 32 ETH sleeping
Mm-hmm.
with the Ethereum contract. So, the benefit here is not really monetary, but it's more of you become a soldier for Ethereum.
Yeah.
Na no one, na parang not one person will have a lot because
Yeah.
everyone is equal. We all have an equal chance
Yeah.
to be a validator.
Yeah.
Except we need to come up with the 32 ETH.
Right.
But
Right.
still, anyone can do it. There is no vetting.
Yes.
As long as you have 32 ETH,
Yeah.
it's like your passport to the
Yeah.
Ethereum nation or the Web3 nation.
It's like the kind of the risk reward ratio of buying a nation's bonds versus buying some stock. So basically the being a validator is kind of buying a country's bonds, T-bills and stuff like that. So and so that the base layer of the Ethereum is secure. It's like betting on Ethereum as a whole. It's not gonna gain you crazy X amounts like on other cryptos, but
Correct.
the risk is a lot less higher because you are on the base layer.
It's a lot less higher, ibig sabihin.
Or sorry,
It's safer.
lot less so lower. Sorry, the risk is a lot less lower.
So it's safer.
It's safer, in a way, of course.
So it's not
You're still betting
swinging
on-
wildly like the
yeah.
charts.
But
Yeah.
you're still betting on Ethereum, but it's a lot less risky because is the base layer.
Get. So back to the analogy, anyone can be a ETH citizen just by holding ETH.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a government level in a decentralized nation,
Yeah.
it's the 32 ETH. You become like a
Yes.
police. You become like a structure that
Uh-huh.
keeps the nation of Ethereum afloat.
Yes.
Because as long as I am here with
Uh-huh.
my validator status,
Mhm.
I'm part of the 32 ETH club.
Yes.
We are protecting the whole ETH space
Mhm.
from any bad actors.
Yes.
Right? Because, like, for example, not, for example, can I say
Yeah.
China? Can you say
Yeah,
that?
sure.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. It's our show. No, but for example,
Yeah.
just given that a lot of crypto is being run in the US and they're, I don't mean, they're not buddy buddies with China. So for China, with having trillions of, I don't mean, they're almost, they're, I think they're the first world country now. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But they have the capacity.
Mhm.
It's a communist country. So one man just says, you know what? Let's get all the validators, because it's number one, if it's affordable, you know what, there's still like a few validators in the world, let's buy majority of it, so then we can program our quantum whatevs to like give him more access, because who's the one validating it? Us, majority. That's the, I guess, one of the weaknesses of decentralized, is you really open up even to the bad actors. But being in the 32 ETH club, you as a civilian, you now become part of that police.
Yes.
Na, no one nation, no one person can take over our digital nation because we're all here. That's the badge of honor in Ethereum. If you are a validator. So a little bit of factoid on the validator, you were saying back then, it was proof of stake,
Proof of work.
proof of work.
Yes.
As to now, it's proof of stake.
Yes.
So sa proof of work,
Uh-huh.
we pay high gas fees
Yes. Well,
whenever we do any transactions.
the gas fees are actually, they're not they're not correlated yet to the merge and
No, but to the burning, to the deflationary part,
yes, yeah, that one.
it is. Because you were explaining to me a while ago,
Uh-huh.
proof of work yung before, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Proof of work before. So,
Yes.
in proof of work, there is a lot of computing power and energy consumption, bad for
Yes.
nature, blah, 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 that whole narrative.
Yes.
So, back then, which is like just a few months ago,
yeah,
because it was what, when November, October, when the merge happened?
this year.
Last
The merge.
year.
The
The
merge
merges.
happened this year.
Oh, it's only Feb, dude.
Oh,
Last
wait,
year,
wait.
per months, man.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
It was
the merge
last year.
happened. Yeah, last year.
Which is a few months ago, because it was per months, like
Yes,
October or
yes.
something.
I'm thinking about freaking.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so back then, just a few months ago, when we do any transaction, the gas actually goes to
The miners.
the miners, not validators, not
Uh-huh.
that outstanding Ethereum citizen.
Yeah.
It goes to miners. Why? Because it's, you said it was computed based on the energy consumed
Yeah.
to do a specific transaction, the calculation and all that shit.
Yeah, they needed to solve this algorithm, cryptographic kind of problem.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to
Which takes energy.
Yeah, which takes a lot of energy because the problem gets a lot more difficult,
Complicated.
a lot more
Yeah.
complicated. Yeah,
Which
and
demands more energy, and in a
Yeah.
way, that's how Ethereum rewards
yes,
these miners who's
Miners.
doing all the computations by
yes,
paying them a lot, because it
Uh-huh.
takes a lot to be a
Yes.
miner.
yes,
A lot of energy, a lot of
Yes.
destruction in nature.
yes.
That's why they are rewarded largely, and that's why
Uh-huh.
gas is so expensive, because
Yeah.
that's what it takes.
Yeah, because you have to buy all those equipment and all like factory level na nga actually.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
For just them
Some are even
to-
underground, underwater. Holy
Right.
shit, man.
Just to mine Ethereum and stuff.
Just to mine Ethereum. So, Ethereum at the time was paying people to consume more energy to calculate to make the ecosystem work.
Yeah.
It costs a lot to run that. That's why they are rewarded big.
Yes.
I think everyone who's listening now knows that mining was a thing, and a lot of people earned from that.
Yes.
So now that they went to proof of stake
Yes.
ever since the merge.
Mhm.
When we do ETH transactions, you no longer need that mega equipment,
Mhm.
that abuse of nature.
Yes.
Because if you have the 32 ETH
Mhm.
and you become a validator,
Mhm.
all you need is a lousy little laptop.
Yes. That's
And that's
true.
fucking huge.
It's
Although,
huge.
on the monetary sense, as an individual,
Right.
you won't be paid as well as being a miner because you
Mhm.
don't need all that structural support
Uh-huh.
to run your rig.
Yes.
You're not burning as much nature.
Uh-huh.
So the rewards becomes way, way smaller.
Yes.
But still the gas is still the same.
Yes.
But what happens now is instead of that ETH,
Uh-huh.
back then kasi a lot of ETH is being made. It's used to pay people.
Yes.
It's what we use to transact with each other.
Yes.
We just keep fucking giving away ETH.
Yes.
But now,
Uh-huh.
now that it's just a laptop, rewards are low,
Uh-huh.
what happens to all that Ethereum you pay in Gwei?
Yeah, so what happens is they burn it, right? So it gets burned with the gas, right?
Correct, correct.
And the money now needed to pay the miners before, because it was huge to, to do all of that work and all of that, becomes significantly less. And Ethereum is really a measure of energy consumption.
Got it, got
Energy is Ethereum. So basically,
So
that
now,
was it.
so now that we're at proof of stake, and like you
Yeah.
said, the rewards are like a fraction of what the miners used to make.
Yeah, 99.5% less.
God damn, bro,
Yeah.
that's fucking huge.
Super
It's like
huge.
pennies on a dollar, man.
Insane.
Okay, okay.
Insane.
So now where does all that other ETH go? It gets burnt.
Yeah, so because before it was inflationary, because of
Because
all
we have
of
to
that
pay,
to pay the miners.
yeah. We have to produce more
Now-
ETH to pay them.
Yeah. Now the inflation is so tiny, but the burning is so huge that it's now a deflationary ecosystem,
Okay.
which actually supports the proof of stake, because you need a high value token so we don't get attacked.
Yun nga, like for example, China,
Yeah.
if like 32 ETH is worth 20 pesos,
Yeah. That's
you know,
easily
actually, you
attacked.
know what? You know what? I'm gonna buy all of it
Yes.
with your whale power or your nation's power,
Uh-huh.
which again you can now open it to attacks.
Yes.
Your personal attacks for your own gain.
Mm.
So that's why I guess as a decentralized nation, we have to work together on that.
Mhm.
Now there is pride in being
Yes.
part of the 32 ETH club.
That's
Because you're
true.
saying I am a validator, I am the outstanding citizen
Yes.
of this digital nation, which is Ethereum.
Yep.
So what's happening now? The more that we burn ETH, unlike before,
Mhm.
there's going to be less ETH circulating.
Yes.
So eventually,
Yeah,
it will be structurally significant.
definitely.
You know, enough to move the price on its own. Do you believe that? Will
Definitely.
eventually hit that?
I think even now has it definitely has some impacts. We're not seeing like big things, big moves right now, because the world economy and stuff like that. But we're seeing the ratio. Right now the measure is like the ETH to BTC ratio.
Yeah,
That's the measure.
Yep.
And we're gaining ground on that.
Correct.
Because Bitcoin, of course, is the standard for all crypto.
Mhm.
So
It has always been king.
it
Will
has
it be
always
for
been
long?
king. We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see,
see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see.
That's what's exciting. That's what's
Yeah.
exciting, I guess.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, look at what I'm reading right now.
Mhm.
Do you know that more Ethereum has been burnt than was issued at peak supply?
Peak supply.
Yeah, when ETH was being given away, so the paradigm has already tilted in the burns favor.
Yes.
So eventually, it will catch up. Like at the
Mhm.
weekly pace, I read a bit about it.
Right.
We are burning 5,500 Ethereum per week.
Mm.
So
It's a
we
lot.
really can't say na it's not gonna become structurally significant in a way of affecting the price.
Yeah.
At that rate, bro, 5.5k ETH,
Yeah.
that's fucking huge, man.
I think like
End of the year, maybe.
imagine even on a bull market
Mm.
where gas prices are so insanely high.
Bro, we felt that.
Yeah, definitely. We felt that. Like one
We felt
transaction's
that,
like,
bro.
hundreds of dollars, Like all of that will be burnt
Wow.
and then we'll definitely feel the effects of
Oh yeah, and we are just looking at this now on a bear market, ha.
Yeah.
5.5k ETH per week.
Yes.
Because not everyone's, degening out
Yes.
with the NFTs and the crypto.
Yes.
So what more on a bull run? If it happens this year, the bull run, then maybe by Q3 or maybe midway of that bull,
Yeah.
the deflationary effect on Ethereum might start affecting the price.
Definitely.
Definitely.
It will affect the price significantly for sure.
Damn. So again, that's another reason for you to be an
Holding.
ETH maxi daddy
Yes.
naman. Pero to be, yun nga, be a validator.
Be a
Be
validator.
an actual citizen of the space
Yes.
that you are fighting for.
Yeah.
If you can, I mean, of course, profit, that's
Uh-huh.
a priority for a lot of,
And
I'm
there
sure a
are,
lot of our listeners.
And there are ways also like you don't need 32 ETH to become a validator. There's ways like Lido, like, which is a protocol, and also Rocket Pool, where you don't need 32 ETH. You need definitely a lot less significant amount. You guys can go to those sites and learn like what amount you need. But basically, you don't need 32 ETH anymore to become a validator of Ethereum.
But
You're
that's
still
more
gonna
of
get
like,
reward.
isn't that like a fractionalized validator? Because if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
join them,
Yeah.
it's like, oy, grupo tayo.
Yes.
Building the vibe. Pero I
Yes.
guess that's better than
Better
waiting
than-
for everyone to earn 32 ETH each.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool of Lido
Super.
and SudoSwap.
Yes.
SudoSwap? Did you
No,
say
no,
Sudo?
no. A Rocket Pool.
Rocket Pool and Lido.
Yeah, Lido.
Oh,
LID.
okay. Better check those coins,
Super
guys.
amazing.
Check out their
Yeah.
coins.
And also
Guess what? We have some bags there. Just kidding.
Yeah, and Lido is actually great because for you to become a validator, you need to stake for a certain amount of time locked. And Lido is actually doing kind of liquefying that, getting it more liquid.
Like you can take it out whenever you want.
there's
whenever you need it.
certain, they have certain kind of settings. I think
Isn't
there's
that
certain
what
things.
Pangolin did before? You remember we were
What do you mean? Oh, like
that coin you can take out anytime, providing liquidity pool. It's sort of like that, or that's
no, that's different.
completely
That's more
different?
that's a DEX. That's a decentralized exchange.
Okay.
Pangolin
Not
and
connected. Not connected.
the
Pero that's how
Avalanche.
I'm seeing it. Na if
Yeah.
you can be a validator for a fraction,
Yeah.
and if that company has the liquidity, you can take it out anytime. Okay.
You've yet to kind of dive deep on that, how they run things.
That's
but,
true. That's an episode I'd look forward to. I kind of want to know.
yeah,
Because 32 ETH is no joke, even at the price right now.
definitely.
Pero I guess that's what we're trying to tell everyone then. That's why it's important for the ETH price to go up.
Yes.
So you are working with the rest of the world
Yes.
to keep the value of that L1 up. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
It kind of gives me a bit of assurance that as long as the whole world is cooperating and not one person can control the whole world,
yes.
we got a fair chance of surviving that versus a lot of traditional financial structures
Yes.
and governments. Right?
Definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, super.
So I guess we're back now. We gone full circle,
Mhm.
and that becomes our protection.
Yes. That's it.
Bro, I fucking love crypto. Pero yeah, that's really the mindset you have to be in to survive in the space.
Yes.
Because it's all promises, even in the real world, even
Yeah.
in Web 2 ideas, even if you
Yeah.
work with VCs.
Uh-huh.
It's all ideas and promises. But at
Yeah.
least with Ethereum,
Mhm.
they really design it in a way that we all have to work together.
Yes.
We gotta keep it decentralized,
Uh-huh.
and support the digital nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather be there than being
Definitely.
governed by humanity. I'd rather
Yeah.
trust that code.
That's
It was
true.
designed
Yeah.
for us to work together.
Yeah.
There's no limit. Like I
Yeah.
said, if Second Earth is made, alam mo yun,
Yeah,
Elon
yeah,
is
yeah.
like checking out Mars
Yeah.
and all that other stuff. I heard
Yeah.
Japan's trying to do this bullet train to go to the moon
Yeah.
and shit.
The like economy is always tied to like productivity and stuff. And I think having crypto and being in its ecosystem and seeing it run is definitely, you see, it's a more productive system other than the old financial way.
Correct.
Which both can both live in harmony, but
I believe that. I don't think that the financial system should go away because
yeah,
it's what keeps us grounded. You can't have
Definitely.
digital money forever.
definitely.
You're gonna need some assurances, especially running your day-to-day life in the real world with your family and everything. You need the banks.
Yeah,
You need your government to
Yeah.
protect you also
yeah,
from your mga katabi and stuff.
yeah,
So it has to work harmoniously.
yeah,
It can't be one way or the other.
yeah. And so, right, like for productivity, I think, crypto definitely wins on that part. If it aligns with like kind of humanitarian values and stuff like
Correct.
that. So we definitely need to fight still for that. But I think a bet on productivity is better than bet on a non-productive or
Correct.
less productive thing.
You're saying by productivity, it's because decentralized apps are being built on top of it.
Yes, and even just the
L2s of
ease
ETH.
of transaction, you know, being it permissionless, being it, just so easy. I actually earlier I was like trying to move funds from like bank to bank. It was horrible because I had to like talk to people and stuff like that. And it was just so easy with crypto. And I was just like, why can't we just, all transact?
Get along.
Yeah.
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah,
Get the good
yeah.
parts of what we
Yeah,
have, the good
yeah.
parts of what's coming,
Yeah.
and start
Yeah.
embracing it rather
Yeah.
than,
Yeah.
maybe a
Yeah.
scam,
Yeah.
Like, you can't deny it. It's just like the internet. It was ganito. It's exactly like this. It wasn't that much people who was saying, that's a fad and it's gonna go down. Everyone's just like waiting. So if that's the exact same case happening right now, we're actually just waiting. Then it's best advice. It's financial advice to start preparing.
Yes.
Actually getting a little bit of exposure. Just so you know, it's coming. Just para lang hindi ka mahuli. You're not gonna get caught holding your balls. You're
Yeah.
actually, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Well,
A little bit. I'm educated a
yeah.
bit.
But of course, we're gonna warn you. Crypto is volatile.
It is.
But
Yes.
just trust on the technology and its values, its core, and I think you'll have the heart to like take it to the future, hold on and stuff like that.
Yeah. Step one is really to expose yourself because
Yes.
I've met a lot of our friends na, okay, what you're doing is pretty interesting. They try to research, it won't stick. Why? Because I think they have no exposure. They don't have skin in the game.
Yes.
If you put even a small amount of money, like, something you can lose, para ka lang nag-casino. And just put something just so you can feel it, see what's gonna happen to your few hundreds, few thousands. That way, it's gonna force you. Why is it turning out like this? It's gonna affect you more because your hard-earned money is there. So I guess that would always be step one. Just get the exposure,
Yes.
and then eventually, it's human nature to try to find out why is my money getting smaller, or in the celebratory case, uy, how is it times 2 in just a matter of days? So.
Yeah.
I guess the first step is really exposing yourself because interest plays a very big role in surviving in this space. The UX is shit. It's still very ugly. The one who's doing the marketing are developers, the real tech people. So it's not gonna be pretty, but it's a utilitarian space. The
Yes.
more you try to go through the layers, the more you try to learn ahead of the others, the more you're also going to benefit.
Yes.
That's why we always say, don't just keep riding hypes, ingat sa mga influencers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just to be safe. It's always best to do your own research and really bring it down to basics.
Yes.
So that's what's good about it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of talks, but they don't really talk about the beauty of the digital nations, of Ethereum. It's really more of like the profit, where it's going to lead. Will government embrace it?
Yeah.
I think these are discussions that should be more, it should happen more. People should start talking more like why this is a hold.
Yes.
Instead of the price will go up, will go down.
Right.
Because that's always gonna happen. It will go up
Yes.
and go down.
Yes. Matters is we're building
Yeah.
and we're progressing, and that's one of the true measures of the humanitarian story success of crypto.
That's true.
Yes.
And it matters a lot to OGs.
Yes.
Because like they don't want to see you there for the wrong reasons. And if you want to really make it here, you're gonna have to show that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not here for the profit. It's more of I have a deeper understanding and I know where this can lead to.
Yeah.
That's all they want to hear. They don't care about the numbers. Well, yes, that's the bonus. It just happens. But the respect will be gained
Yes.
if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
And I guess that's, if you guys keep watching Garage Days, that's what we're going to be sharing to you. Every episode, like what we know, what we get to talk to people.
Yes.
It's more of like, let's get those important conversations happening.
Yes. That's it. Definitely. We need you guys. Let's build.
Yeah. This cannot be done by a small group. It is a nation. So I hope everyone listening here would, share your views, help us find more ways
Yes.
to be structurally significant
Yeah.
in the Ethereum space.
Make our garage better.
Ah!
Maga. No, not Maga. Not Maga.
Yeah. Make my garage great again. I get it.
Yeah, basically.
So
Yeah.
the next topic, don't include this sa video. Gawin na natin yung sa BTC. And resume.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
So what's our next topic, Dave?
Next topic is NFTs in Bitcoin.
Damn!
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
Whew.
Okay. And
Okay. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening
Thanks for
to
listening.
this episode of Garage Days,
Thank
and we'll
you.
catch you next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.